Hello, it is July, so it's time for a TBR video. July is a hefty month because I'm participating in 2 readathons that have loads of books in them. So first off, I'm just going to mention these 2 books, unfortunately. I'm going to read this one. Highly doubt I'm ever going to read this. Why did I buy this? Leave my house. This one is short. I could probably read it in a day, so I'm gonna read it. Yep, so they are on my TBR, even though I don't give a flying fuck about them. Now let's get to the interesting part. So, the first readathon that I'm going to participate in is Becca's Bookopoly, which is from the 11th to the 12th. I'll leave the announcement video in the description. I love to watch Becca's Bookopoly every single month. I love it. I want to make a game like that, but I don't have imagination. So, for that, there are only 2 prompts that she has told us, so I'm going to show you those 2 books. The first prompt is to read a paranormal or magical realism book. And for that, I chose When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore. I think this has magical realism in it, so I'm going to read it. I don't know 100% what it is. And the second prompt is a chance card, which is you choose from a bunch of books. Half are books you're not excited about, half you are. So I did a poll, as many people did on Twitter. The winner of that poll was this book. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, the thing is, this was one of the books that I'm not excited to read because I didn't understand the hype of Daisy Jones and the Six, but I'm still gonna read this. And those are all the books for that readathon, and now I'm going to talk about the Reading Rush, which is from the 20th to the 26th. Hello?
Yes. Okay, really.
That was my sister. Anyways, the Reading Rush. The readathon takes place from the 20th to the 26th, and I'll leave also the announcement for that in the description. So, I had a hard time choosing these prompts. The first prompt for the Reading Rush is to read a book that has the same color on the cover as your birthstone. Mine is Diamond, which was the hardest thing because I don't have gray books except for those, but I don't want to read a series during this readathon. So the only other book that is gray or silver is this one, which is The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side by Agatha Christie. Yeah, whatever, we're reading this. I don't care. This is a murder mystery. That's the end of the story. The second prompt is to read a book that starts with the word the, and for that I chose The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I don't really know what this is about. I just know that it starts with the. The third prompt is to read a book that inspired a movie I've seen, and for that I'm going to be choosing Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I watched this movie when it came out on a plane, and it was really cool, but I started this book once before and got so bored, so let's see if I DNF this again or if I actually read it. The fourth prompt is to read the first book you touch. I'm not going to do that right now. I will be doing it during the readathon. But the fifth prompt is to read a book completely outside of your house. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but for that, I'm going to be choosing Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. A queer Grease book. That's all I know. The sixth prompt is to read a book, a genre of book that you don't read but you want to read more of. And for that I'm choosing The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is an adult book. I don't read a lot of adult books, so that is the genre of books that I want to read more of. This is about a enemies to lovers kind of story. That's all I need to know to want to read a book. I think it is at a work setting. I don't know exactly what it is. As usual. And finally, the last book on my TBR is the seventh prompt, which is to read a book that is set on another continent than where you live. I live in Europe, so I'm going to read a book that is set in America, which is Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is about a girl, I think it has a murder mystery in it, I'm not really sure. I just know that it has a podcast sort of aspect to it. I don't really know. But those are all the books that are on my July TBR. I hope to read more because I'm 4 books behind schedule on my Goodreads goal. I don't know if I want to pick them up. I'm already sweating. No, I'm not. Those are all the books. You can see them. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!